Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video I thought I would do something a little bit different. I have this notebook which I started last summer and I make checklists and I track my moods, and recently I've started tracking habits in it. And I thought today I would film myself doing my June setup because I really enjoy watching other people do these videos, so I thought I would do my own. I get most of, if not all, my ideas off Pinterest, and for June I thought I would do a fruit theme. I was thinking strawberries because of Wimbledon and stuff, so yeah, that's what I went for. I was thinking about drawing melons and stuff, but I couldn't really do it properly, as you can see in a bit, so I just went with strawberries. As you can see, my bubble writing technique isn't the best, and I go over it and I rub out lines until I'm really satisfied with how all the letters have come out. It looks quite messy at the moment, but you'll see what I'm trying to do in a bit. The title still looks quite messy, but I will sort that out later on in the video when I get my colouring pencils. So this is where I went wrong a bit. You can see briefly I tried to draw some melons and cherries, so I just did some strawberries over them instead because it's easier and more simplistic. I feel like some of my strawberries, as you'll see later on as well, kind of end up looking like carrots. So yeah, that's great. I did want to do some sort of like melon around the strawberries, but I couldn't really draw them properly. So instead I decided to do like a melon colour for the title instead. Later on I do go back and make the outside of June more bold with my green pencil, but for now I start with the first pink in the inside. Using colouring pencils to do this was honestly so time consuming, because last month for May I used pen instead, which was a lot easier. So next month I think I will go back to pen. I then colour in the rest of the bubble writing inside with a red pencil to carry on with the melon theme. At this point I was starting to just get really annoyed with colouring pencils, as you can see. I was just so over it all, but at the end I am quite happy with how it does end up looking. Here's me just making the letters stand out a little bit more and going over some of the pencil that looks a little bit shabby. I then grabbed a black glitter gel pen to add some seeds to the middle part of the letters to make it look even more like a melon theme. I actually really enjoyed doing this little seed bit because it made me feel like the time I spent colouring in and getting annoyed was actually worth it. I then go in with my red pencil and start colouring in the strawberries. I then got a dark green, which I hadn't previously used, to do the leaves on top of the strawberry and the little stem. And then I picked up just a normal black ballpoint pen to do the outer bit on the strawberries, just to give it a little bit of detail. I then felt like the page looked a little bit too blank, so I decided to draw 2 more strawberries in the space I had left. I picked up my red pencil yet again and coloured in the 2 I just drawn. I won't make you sit through it and watch it again, so I will just skip to when the page is actually complete. I am quite happy with how it looks. It looks simple but effective. I then went back to my May habit tracker page just to see how far down I actually wrote habit in bubble writing last time. So it looks quite similar. I wasn't quite pleased with how this bubble writing for habit actually came out, so I do go and try and fix it. This is about as fancy as my writing gets, to be honest. I do like how the R's look, it's my favourite part of writing. I only record 2 of my habits in my habit tracker just so it's simple, because there's 2 things that I do like to keep track of because it makes me feel better about myself. I'm just writing the days in the month, so I can keep track of when I did that certain thing. I prefer to draw boxes around things because it just makes it feel like finished and make it look neater. And then here's me just doing another box with the days of the month in again for the other tracker. I then go back here with my colouring pencils and do exactly the same for the habit title as I did with the June one with the melon theme. Back with my glitter gel pen now to add the seeds again, just to give it that finished look. I then go in with a fine 0.4 pen just to do the title and to go over the tracker part just to make it stand out a little bit more. I would use black, but I don't want it to be overpowering, if that makes sense. Just simple writing in capital letters. I track just these two habits because they're just two things that I really benefit from when I find the energy to do both of them. So yeah, I track them just to make myself feel like I've done something which will benefit me. And now I'm just adding a little bit of shadow to the boxes just to make them stand out a little bit more. As you can see, my page looks pretty simple, but I like it like that because it's doing exactly what I want it to without it being like too fancy and over the top, because this works for me. Keeping with the strawberry theme, I just draw two more here in these little spaces. Wow, this one really looks like a carrot. I'm just doing exactly the same thing again, colouring them in, so I will skip to when they're both done. I find highlighters the easiest things to mark off the days on which I've done each habit, so I just get a pink and a green to match the strawberry theme. And there is my simple June setup with my habit tracker. If you did enjoy this video, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and if you want to see more of these, please do let me know. So yeah, bye.